inside my head. What's happening? You're becoming one of us.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the most audacious knockoff TV series.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
It's time to find out now what Jim makes of your cucumbers. Lena.
Number 10. Saturday Cooks.
So, John Christophe is going to make probably the most popular restaurant dish in the country. It's a steak au poivre.
Saturday Kitchen has been running for over 2 decades. Every weekend, a selection of chefs join the hosts alongside a celebrity or two. It's a popular weekend series for the BBC, so popular ITV got jealous.
Oh, the weather's been awful this week, and JC is just the dish you need to banish those winter blues, haven't you, JC? Lovely onion soup you're going to do.
Oh, superb. I think it's one of my favourite recipes.
Their response was to shamelessly produce Saturday Cooks. It was one of the most overt copycats ever. ITV managed to bag Saturday Kitchen host Anthony Worrell Thompson and even wanted to play episodes at the exact same time slot. This was a mistake, and they pushed it to a later time slot to save face. Needless to say, it was a bit of a flop and got cancelled in 2010.
French onion soup with some crouton à la je ne sais quoi.
Number 9. Downton Abbey.
You know my daughter Mary, of course.
Of course,
and
Lady Mary.
Edith. But I don't believe you've met my youngest, Sybil.
Ah, Lady Sybil.
How do you do?
Upstairs Downstairs was an ITV historical drama covering the Edwardian era, World War I, the Roaring Twenties, and the early Great Depression.
Charles, my dear fellow.
Richard.
All right.
You was getting too much at one time, and it's thank you, my lord.
It was the first show to discuss both the aristocrats and servants in an English mansion. If you've already seen Downton Abbey, this will all sound familiar. While Downton Abbey covers a much smaller time frame, it discusses all the same events.
Welcome. I hope your journey was satisfactory.
It was fine, thank you.
I am the butler at Downton. My name is Carson.
How do you do, Mr. Carson?
This is Thomas, first footman. He's been looking after his lordship since Mr. Watson left.
In fairness, there was a 35-year gap between shows, although Upstairs Downstairs made a brief BBC comeback in 2010, likely because they got jealous of ITV's Downton.
You'll make my farewells to your delightful daughters?
They'd have been down if they'd known you were leaving so soon.
Alas, something's come up which has taken me quite by surprise.
Number 8. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
I'm just going to bite down to it, I think.
Bite down to the head?
Do you know what I mean? Like, bite. This is happening! This is actually happening!
Does anyone else remember ITV's 2001 reality game show Survivor? Contestants would be stranded in the wilderness and then have to fend for themselves. As the show goes on, they compete in challenges, with viewers voting for contestants to be eliminated. Sound familiar? That's because it's just I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, without the celebrities.
I just don't know if that's a good thing or a bad. Like, I can't get my head around it. But as we know, politicians will sugarcoat things and dress things up to suit their narrative.
In 2002, it caused a bit of a stir. Survivor's production company, owned by Bob Geldof, tried to sue the rival show. They never followed through, and I'm a Celeb is now a global franchise, with way too many international versions. Number 7. Dancing on Ice. BBC's hit reality competition Strictly Come Dancing hit screens in 2004. 2 years later, ITV launched their retaliation, Dancing on Ice. Despite not having Matt Berry shout "hey" in the intro, it initially got millions of viewers.
So if you think Ray deserves top marks for his Latin, then vote for him when the lines open later in the show.
After almost 20 years on air, it's starting to crumble, getting only half the average views of Strictly. The only major difference between the two is the temperature. Also, Dancing on Ice has had significantly less scandals. The biggest controversies include hiring Philip Schofield and John Barrowman, who have since been fired. This is a major contrast to the long list of Strictly scandals, but that's not enough to maintain its popularity. Number 6. Fortune, £1 Million Getaway.
Well, whoever faces the Fortune 5 next must secure at least 3 out of 5 yeses in order to take home the money they've come for.
Originally a Japanese series, Dragon's Den came to the BBC in 2005. For those unaware, the premise is a handful of extremely wealthy investors judge the business ideas of contestants. If they like it, they'll invest. The show is so popular, it's been running for over 20 series.
They don't need the money, you don't need the money.
The best thing you need, Andy, is you need some business help and advice.
ITV's spin-off, Fortune £1 Million Giveaway, was not so successful. They only managed to squeeze out 7 episodes before getting the axe. It also hilariously starred Duncan Bannatyne, one of the longest-running dragons in the den.
Excuse me, Andy, even if you want to do it, these 10 girls, the hen night, are not going to get a night as a celebrity. What you're offering them is a night to hang about with a celebrity. So what you say you're offering them isn't really what you're offering them. So, I'm out.
Additionally, an American knockoff of this knockoff was produced in 2009, which was also a flop.
Does it really matter if we hear it or not?
It's an NFL game.
Okay.
Number 5, Fifth Gear.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, he won't let you
A strong argument can be made that Top Gear was the most successful car show ever. It was popular not just for its cars, but for the witty banter and wacky challenges.
This is the award for the car most likely to put you into a tree.
Yes.
It is the most fun car of the year award.
This is important.
It is.
The Clarkson version was a revival of an older Top Gear which began in 1977. Contrary to what you might expect, Fifth Gear was released before Clarkson's Top Gear and was copying the older version. Still, it was a blatant rip-off by Channel 5.
Which leaves us with these two, BMW Z4 and the Audi TT. So now we need to give them a right good proper see-into around the track against the clock.
It's surprisingly still going, but never achieved its rival's level of acclaim. We also can't forget to mention the Grand Tour, another overt Top Gear rip-off, although that's because Clarkson got fired, not because they wanted to make easy cash with a lazy knockoff.
Having finally got fed up with him, Hammond and I decided to get radical.
Number 4, the Big Allotment Challenge.
I set today's challenge because it's a chance to use up this lovely fruit, to have fun with flavours, to experiment, and to make me smile.
The Great British Bake Off, or if you're in America, the Great British Baking Show, has had an abundance of copies. It was originally produced by the BBC and Channel 4 from 2017 onwards. The first rip-off came in 2013 and was called The Great British Sewing Bee. It's the same, but with sewing, and Claudia Winkleman. In 2014, the Beeb came up with the Big Allotment Challenge. Once again, it's the same as Bake Off, but with vegetables.
This is Burpley's and so's this. And I think you can see for yourself there is a difference. It really hasn't developed properly. Dare I say it, it's a little bit bent.
It was quickly cancelled after one series. Finally, in 2015, the Great Pottery Throwdown hit television screens. This one is still going, but is nowhere near as popular as its main rival.
I was meant to have pottery class, but unfortunately, I got left with the kids, so I couldn't go. So now I'm going in totally blind.
Number 3, The Voice.
Kissing like a bad, stealing time underneath the sycamore terrain. Cupid by the Arson's right.
Simon Cowell created The X Factor in 2004 and it became a global sensation. It's so popular that almost every country has a version. It was broadcast on ITV, and if you've been paying attention so far, you can guess where this is going.
You know, you bring people together.
Yeah.
Music is wonderful like that, but you've got to be able to do it, and you two lads are doing it.
Both the BBC and ITV were interested in The Voice, but the Beeb splashed out £22 million to acquire the series. Channel 4 was also interested, but stepped away, calling it a rip-off. It was then broadcast on the Beeb from 2012 until 2016, and then ironically swapped to ITV. It's popular, but has always been overshadowed by its rival. The only real difference between the two is that the judges can't watch the performances. Number 2, The Tomorrow People.
What a racket! Was I like that?
Much worse.
Girls usually are.
Cheeky devil, I bet you made a fuss.
I will if you don't get a move on. We haven't got much time.
Doctor Who is one of Britain's largest exports, alongside Ed Sheeran and Paddington Bear. Since 1963, it's been a staple of our culture. It's been a BBC production its entire run. And that's where ITV's The Tomorrow People comes in. Starting in 1973, this sci-fi drama borrowed Doctor Who's composer for its title track. It focuses on highly evolved humans who have randomly developed paranormal powers when growing up. It's a relatively interesting setup, but doesn't have the same creative freedom as Doctor Who. It ended in 1979 after 8 series. It must have been more popular in the States than it was here, since the Americans made their own version in 2013.
This isn't happening. It's just another one of my crazy dreams.
Number 1, Rise and Fall.
You're hating every moment of it, but when you look back on it, you absolutely loved it.
The Traitors has been a super successful BBC game show inspired by the German game Mafia. Its premise is to have a group of contestants each assigned a role. They can either be the traitors or the faithfuls. As you might expect, the traitors have to eliminate the faithfuls, and the faithfuls have to stop them.
They'll work together as a team to build up that prize pot by completing epic missions.
Its popularity made Channel 4 turn green with envy. They then came up with Rise and Fall, which is pretty much the same show, except with less charm. It was so unpopular, it only lasted 1 series, and has since faded into obscurity.
We worked our asses off, and that's why we have won! We love you, we appreciate you!
Are there any other blatant knockoffs we missed out? Drop them in the comments.
It wasn't my idea to transfer here.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.